How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the DX Gamer Show. My name is Mike, aka Operation DX, and welcome to the 5th episode of Subnautica. During the previous episode, we pretty much got a majority of our base all set up there. We do need a couple more modules, which we are going to be focusing on, and a very important one during this episode, the analyzer. This is going to allow us to research some technologies, but if you recall, during the previous episode, we needed some silver, and that is why I'm back in the red grass biome. I still don't know the official name for this biome. Hopefully, I can make this excursion into the deeps worthwhile, as we are a good distance from our escape pod and where we built our initial base. And I'm kind of having a little trouble here spotting some sandstone. Sandstone, again, is where the silver and the gold is located. Looks like we have a couple of technology modules in front of me, but I'm not really interested in that. I want to maximize my O2 levels and just try to spot. See, and it's sometimes really difficult to spot because the grass or the ground, the sand, looks like the sandstone, so it's tough to get an eye on some of that stuff. So really kind of like seeing it through the grass. This is another thing that can be a little easier at night if I have a flashlight, which I have not crafted yet, but we are in the daytime, so yeah. We are here right now, and that is what is important. And man, I am cutting it really close. 30 meters from the surface, and I'm almost out of oxygen. Again, what happens is you start to black out, and then if it goes too long without oxygen, you die. All right, so we got a little reclaimed water. We got 2 pieces of silver ore, which is... that's enough for what we need to do right now. I guess I can make my way back. Hopefully it's enough to do the analyzer and the vehicle I want to craft, but it may not be. We'll see. So these alien whale-like creatures here are exactly why I like to set my secondary base, almost would call it my primary base, in the red grass biome, because it's really scenic. There is a lot of different kind of fish. There's the bone sharks, and then there are those whales that kind of float around, and you can build this like observatory thing. This allows you to kind of just take a minute, sit back, and observe like all the stuff that's going around without having the threat of your O2 levels running out. And then you can craft a bench and set it down in there, and that kind of puts a pause on your hunger and hydration meters. Yeah, call me crazy, but yeah, it's just one of those things that I totally dig about this game. Just chilling, enjoying the atmosphere, that sort of thing, which isn't something you typically do in a game. You want to play the game, not sit there and watch things go around, but it's just, I don't know. I dig it, man. I think it's cool. It's also kind of a nice time waster when, say, you collected a high-end technology and you just found one fragment of it, and, you know, you don't have anything else to kind of work on. It's something that you can just kind of just sit there and just chill while that's working on that. Something you may have noticed is as I pass some of these vines, they have these glowing orbs on them, and we're going to go ahead and collect some of that right now. And these are not only good for getting the health packs, but also the glowing orbs are good for getting lubricant for higher end stuff, like vehicles and stuff. So yes, there are vehicles in this game, and they're freaking cool, and that's what we're going to work on immediately after we get our analyzer bench, because we want to research the Seamoth, and Seamoth is a vehicle. This is going to substantially increase our mobility in the world and our ability to go much, much deeper, because we can use that vehicle as an intermediary for getting oxygen and that sort of thing. So we can go down to a certain depth, get out of the vehicle, and then search like around a certain area, come back up, get some oxygen, go back down. So it would make going into the red grass region a lot easier, because we can just leave the vehicle there, grab a bunch of silver and gold, and then hop right back in the vehicle, instead of having to, you know, worry about finding the bubble shooter thingies. Alright, so making our way back to our little base here, and we have a little bit of crafting to do. And isn't that little aquarium nice? It's just the little fishies there, so if I get hungry I can go ahead and grab one, and that just makes it so much easier. Alright, so let's see. I need a computer chip, so I need the jewel disc pieces and quartz. I should have that in my storage. So I'm going to go ahead and have to dump a few of these things. Oh, I did collect some gold. Go ahead and drop the titanium. And here are the jewel disc pieces. Those are from those red discs. Not too difficult to find. They're in the starting biome. Let's go ahead and... Oops, did I not... Oh, I need quartz too. Duh. Alright, so let me go ahead and grab... Oh, we don't have a lot of quartz. Oh, I actually thought we had more than that. So we might have to go on a quartz hunt. Unfortunately... However, we did spend a good bit of the daytime portion hunting down the silver and making our way back to the base, so it looks like the sun is starting to set on the outside, so it'll be nighttime soon anyways, so we'll do another quartz hunt. And this is exactly why I'm constantly trying to pick that stuff up, so it's, you know, just so the series doesn't become super brutal to watch, that sort of thing. I've also been collecting some resources on the side to kind of front load some of the higher end technology things that I'm going to need. And if you've played this before, you probably are aware that I'm doing this, but if you haven't, then you'll probably be happy I did later on. Alright, so I know I need to create the analyzer, but it is becoming nighttime outside and I do need quartz. So I'm essentially going to dump my inventory right now into the storage bin, and I'm going to head out and try to find some more quartz. Well, that and, of course, titanium. Two resources that we are just going to use throughout the entire game, and we need lots and lots and lots of it. So, I know, real exciting stuff here, because we are once again doing this, but it needs to get done. And like I said, I wanted to keep this series kind of a real-time series. It's more relaxing for me. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab some of this stuff while the getting is good. So hey, I know some of you guys kind of like some of the music I produce, so I'm going to go ahead and fill this part with the intro that I created with this series. You can kind of listen to the whole thing because it gets cut off in the beginning and the end, and you don't really get to hear it very well. So I'll play it for you at least once. How about that? Fittingly, I titled that track Depth Charge, and if you're familiar with me and my channel, you know that I like to do these creative kind of things. I love to work on music, and typically I make new music for every new series and that sort of thing. I will be adding this track to my Games and Glory album that is currently growing. Pretty much it should be hitting about 60 plus tracks at this point. And if you're interested in checking that out, it is available on Bandcamp. You can purchase it, or you can just listen to the music straight out on Bandcamp. However, whatever, it is a way that I try to help support my channel, that sort of thing. We are knee-deep in our quartz hunt right now, and we're doing a pretty good job. We've got a good deal of it so far. Hopefully I grab a few more on my way back. We have our inventory is just about full here. Might as well pick up a couple of things of copper if I can find them. Typically I like the copper to drop from those limestone deposits and not the titanium, because titanium is just easy to find from the fragments on the ground. Alright, so yeah, we've got a bunch. As I make my way back to the escape pod, I'm just going to try to be a little bit opportunistic. If I see quartz, maybe a fish here and there. Maybe I'll pick it up. But our inventory is pretty much maximized at this moment. And what do you know? There we go. We got ourselves a pepperfish right in front of us. And yeah, we're kind of low on food. We have a couple of them in the aquarium. But this is kind of a big detour, actually, trying to catch one of the pepperfish, because they can actually send me all over the place. I like how the pepperfish have glowy eyeballs, so you can spot them at night. Certainly makes it easier, kind of like the quartz. But I kind of got this phobia about big eyeballs. If you watched my my Let's Play of Planet Explorers, you know that I got like this thing about big eyeballs. Yeah, they just creep me out. It's big time. So when they're like in my hand or whatever, and I see that big eyeball, I'm just like, eee. All right, let's go ahead and we'll cook that pepperfish that we picked up because, well, we're low on food, yeah? All right, and what do we need? I forgot what we need. Oh, yeah, we needed a wiring kit. We've already got the computer chip. We need the wiring kit. Oh, and I didn't have enough silver ore, too, so that excursion was necessary. All right, so let's see. I got 2 pieces? Yeah, good to go. And fortunately, I didn't have to go all the way back to the red grass biome to get that there. So wiring kit. Bam. Good to go. All right, let's get this thing built. Oops, I do not have my computer chip on me. I know that I built that. That is definitely inside of the storage. There you are, Mr. Computer Chip. And where am I going to put this analyzer? I guess I'll put it off to the side here. Because like I said, I got to be careful because I'll probably make a little bit of expansion to this space. Not too much. All right, and then the next thing I want to do is grab some of those fragments. Oops. Yep, see? I always do that. Try to hit E like I'm playing a different game or something there. Left click, left click, left click. Seamoth fragments. Let's go ahead and put those in there. And because we have 4 of them, the technology should research relatively quickly. We can get technologies researched even if we have just 1 fragment. It just takes longer. And typically that's good because some of the higher end technology, it's tougher to find lots of fragments of. So I'll just run with 1 fragment on certain things. Put it in there. I'll wait the extra time. I don't care, honestly. I'm glad that they didn't require you to have 4 fragments, honestly. Alright, so yeah, here's the Sea Glide, and that's kind of a cool thing. The Sea Glide is like a handheld device. It allows you to kind of like hold on and move around faster. So that's another direction I could have gone, but going straight for the Seamoth, so I'm not going to use up resources. Oops. And just hit the escape button. Okay, so there we go. Technology is created, and we just got to see what resources we need. Power cell, 2 things of glass, plenty of quartz. So we pretty much have everything we need to get that Seamoth built. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. Oh, but we need to build a constructor. So we need a titanium and power cell. We still should have everything we need. So I'm not sure if I have mentioned this, but yes, we do need a constructor to build a couple of the bigger vehicles in Subnautica. And yeah, that thing is pretty neat. It is a thing that we kind of like deploy on the surface. So it's another thing I like to keep close to the escape pod so I can always find it. Once you build the available vehicles, you don't really need it anymore, but yeah. We also need to craft a couple of power cells, and the power cells require 2 batteries and something else. I hope not silver ore, because we've used it all. Now, because we did fairly well on our quartz hunt in the last session, I'm going to go ahead and convert some of this over to glass. And that's just kind of front-loading things that we're going to need in the future. Again, we need glass for a whole lot of things. But yeah, it's just good to kind of build a few of those, get those rolling out. Well, I guess we didn't do too bad during this episode. We got some stuff done. So during the first parts of next week's episodes, we will definitely get the Constructor built, and we will get our Seamoth and start doing some pretty cool stuff. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you back here for more Subnautica on Monday. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Have a great day, and take care.